Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Sets his feet, it's Burns. Oh, pressure's coming. Took a shot as he threw.
I don't like that start for this offense. I like coming out, being aggressive, throwing the football, but we got to keep our QB clean. Like, this is a huge part of the game, man. Keep that guy, his nerves down, keep his jersey clean. This offense has got to protect their guy.
Long way to go on second down. He wants to throw it. Right on target this time. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. He's changing the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. Quarterback, I'm the OC. I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Mustangs. Rolled his zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Sets his feet. It's Burns. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Still looking. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Missouri wants to go fast. Making the adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Rolls right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
On third down, here's Hardy. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got to make the play on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw. It's Burns. Got his man. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Roberts. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the first quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the first, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Out wide right, it's Hale. Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Grab behind the line. It's Hale. Could not make his way to the corner.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg strength.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Pass passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeps it himself. The option, he'll keep it. Keeps it on the ground. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. From the gun, give to Hardy. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Right side, it's Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about this running back running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Right at the line. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
After run, now throw. Between the hashes, it's Hale. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today they had to get the running game going.
Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They marched 72 yards, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Burns. Release to the back. Out wide right, it's Hardy. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Lee. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Rush right in his face. Makes the grab. There he goes. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing it.
Deep shot for the end zone. Snags it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. He'll set up to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This is a money play on third and goal. Back to throw, it's Burns. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. A snap, lost a throw to start this drive. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with Toledo, taking on the number 18 team, the Ohio Bobcats.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Rockets, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy.
The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Burns. He's going to take off. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Here's a give to Hardy. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Wants to throw one first. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Simmons to throw. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat and playing him like that.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Pushes ahead. There's a little room there. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Swats it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. You want to maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hand off again. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Throwing Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play. This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Motion from the back. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Looking left. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Turning it on.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
The give on the counter. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And the Mustangs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Left side is Smith. Makes a grab and room to run. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. On the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally.
He's going to take a shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 50. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. To the air, it's Jennings. Spits it out to the back. This one's complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Look out! He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They'll need a bunch on second down. On the option. The pitch. 7-yard pickup on that one. Third down and 3 coming.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an...
Lined up for... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. Simmons. Rushes on. He makes the catch. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Missouri! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward. Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Pulls it. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense trying to take it back. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his 2nd fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.